For stargazing here in Chattanooga, the place to be is an observatory that belongs to UTC and for the community. This past semester, Miller Richardson, a student in UTC's Department of Communication, produced a podcast series as an intern for Scenic Roots here on WUTC. Here's the second episode in her three-part series.
UTC's Clarence T. Jones Observatory is a hub for astronomical information and education. It holds many people inside its facility each week for star parties and educational lessons. I'm joined today by Amy Brock-Hahn, Associate Director of the Clarence T. Jones Observatory and UTC Professor of Geology. Tell me a bit about the Clarence T. Jones Observatory, just kind of a brief overview.
It is owned by UTC. It is a historic building located about approximately 4 miles from campus on Brainerd Road, and it was built in 1936 by the Barnard Astronomical Society. It was built for astronomy education, and it has been doing that since 1936. It houses a historic telescope that was built in Chattanooga and by the members of the Barnard Astronomical Society. That telescope was built to educate the public on astronomy, and we still look through it today.
As someone involved in the fundraising and organizational side of the observatory, what are you hoping to raise more awareness about?
We have a few funds to work with, and we have some big challenges to work with. And so we have a current fundraiser going that we have titled Help Us Expand Our View. And we're running that through 2025. And that is a fundraiser to help us expand our view in a couple of different ways. Number one, expand the view that the Chattanooga community has of us. What we commonly get at our evening star parties is people who live just down the road. It's their first visit with us this evening, and they state that they didn't even know we were here. And they drive past us every day. And so our goal is to do some landscaping to make us more visible to the road and our beautiful historic building, make it more visible to the community. And then that we hope would bring more people in. And then the second is our view of the sky. Currently, our view of the sky is limited by some large overhanging limbs and trees. And so we're going to work to clear that out to increase the visibility of the night sky for the community who comes and looks through the historic telescope. The star parties we have occur during the semester. They occur most every Sunday night during the semester, with the exception of Sunday evenings where UTC is not in session. But we average about 9 to 10 star parties a semester, and those evenings host a lecture on astronomy or astronomy-related topic, a free planetarium show. Everything is free. A planetarium show and viewing through the historic telescope as long as it's not cloudy. We have a team of people. We have a team of staff and volunteers that work to run these star parties. And the volunteers are from UTC. We have teaching assistants. We have members of the Barnard Astronomical Society that also volunteer those evenings. Prior to the semester, we discuss people who could come in and provide educational lectures to the community. We try to pick people that might be able to share interesting topics, even related to astronomy. Sometimes I give a topic. I'm a geologist, and I really enjoy talking about the geology of other bodies in our solar system. Like, my favorite moon is Jupiter's Io, the most volcanically active body in our solar system. So I've given some of the lectures. I help to organize the lectures for the season. My main role during star parties is crowd control and just making sure everything goes smoothly for the evening.
What would you say is the significance of funding for the observatory?
Well, our primary mission is to educate the community on astronomy. For me personally, I think the observatory is an excellent place for the community to learn about places other than where we are. And I think it helps put many things into perspective for us to think about beyond ourselves, even beyond our planet. Commonly, we see a lot of things in the news about new discovery, or this planet that was discovered by Kepler has signs of possible organisms. Why? Like, how do we know that? And so some of our lecture topics actually address that. And so it's an opportunity to learn and to satisfy curiosity. And for me, as a curious being, that's what drives me forward and as a scientist. I think it helps to drive us forward as members of a community, members of planet Earth, to think about what we're curious about and how do we work at solving that. And many of these discoveries, we think that they are just for discovery only and to just further our knowledge. But in fact, many of the technologies that go into contributing to the discoveries or contributing to us moving forward and understanding what's beyond us actually have relevancy to our daily lives. So many of the technologies that we use, for example, in space exploration, we use in our everyday lives. And so it's a win-win for us. Not only are we satisfying our curiosity for what's beyond, but we're also getting benefits out of it.
How can you at the observatory help people understand or discuss more specific astronomical topics?
Our star parties kind of help share that knowledge in a bunch of different ways. And it's really fun when we hit a topic where people are really interested in, because after the lecture, people hang around and ask questions. And the kids, when they come out of the planetarium show, it's my hope that they're having that curiosity sparked. And maybe those kids are the next kids to make the discoveries and invent the new technologies that help solve problems for us here on Earth.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Amy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
For those looking to get involved with the observatory, you can look up the Clarence T. Jones Observatory on Facebook or Instagram, or go to utc.edu.
Stay tuned for one more episode from Miller Richardson's podcast series, produced as a student intern at WUTC here on Scenic Roots.